speech will come from Dr. Bayram Guliyev from Azerbaijan, Baku. So first of all, I would like just to give a small biography about Bayram Malim. So Dr. Bayram Nuretdinovlu Guliyev studied at the Faculty of History in the Baku State University and graduated with a degree majoring in history and continued his education at the master's degree level at the same university. Following his education at the university, he was admitted to the Department of History of Azerbaijan at the Faculty of History of Baku State University to the doctoral program on the specialty history of the motherland Azerbaijan. Since 2013, he has been giving lectures and seminars in the English sector at the Department of History of Azerbaijan at the Faculty of History of Baku State University. Bayram Guliyev's dissertation was discussed on 2017 and defended to the Dissertation Council under the Faculty of History of Baku State University in the specialties History of Motherland Azerbaijan and historiography, source studies, and historical research methods. 16 scientific articles and theses of Bayram Guliyev were published in Azerbaijan and abroad. In addition, communicates and also Bayram Malim speaks 6 languages. Wow, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. Beautiful. Please go ahead.
Hello, Canada. Hello, Canada. Bonjour, Canada. It's nice to see you. I'm very excited and I'm very glad to see you. But many thanks for presenting, and I want to say many thanks to Azerbaijan women for organizing these webinars, which is important for Canadian and Azerbaijan community. And also I have to say that I decided to choose the Christianity, the historic Christianity monuments of Albania, and also I have a presentation. Just a moment, I'm trying to open this. Just a moment. Okay. We decided to present. Just a moment. Why it's not opening? Okay, why I decided to present the Christian monuments of the Albania, because all of the world knows Azerbaijan said as Islamic Republic, but researchers in the world and Azerbaijan knows that there are a Christian history of Azerbaijan belonging to the Albania. And also, as you know, we have a neighbors claiming land territory to the Azerbaijan using the Christian elements. Because I decided summarize, show you the Christian monuments of Azerbaijan. But actually, I have to say that I couldn't to cover all of the monuments of Azerbaijan, but I have to say this briefly. First of all, I have to give information that what we want, how we're teaching the history of Albania in the University of Baku State University, that I'm a professor there. We divided the history of Albania, the Caucasian Albania and medieval Albania. And Armenian dynasty belongs to the Caucasian Albania. And also, Artakid, Sassanid, Mardvans, and Mihranid dynasties to the Mihranid medieval Albania. And Christianity. Christianity appeared in the territory of Albania in the period of Artakid's dynasty. And why Albanian Turks decided to choose Christianity? It's very important points that. As you know, Turks believed Tengri, and Christians believing to the God. And in my opinion, the God and the Tengri closer each other, and different similarities and differences and the similarities is we can discover it. And also our first early Christian church, as you know, until the recognizing official the Albanian state Christianity, the first church was homes, caves, and catacombs. Then Basilica was chosen prerogative of as Christian temples that has been spread not only Rome, but also Albania. In the picture you are seeing the Keşikçi Dağ church or temple. Keşikçi Dağ situated near the borders of Georgia and Azerbaijan. When I was there, when conflict happened, as you know, maybe some of you know about this conflict, I was there and we had a research in this territory. And we discovered that most of part of the caves which used in the as Christian church by the old Albanians, it was very interesting. Yes, it's clear that Georgians tried to change the difference. They drove the fresks there, but it was not proved that the old Albanians live in the territory of Keşikçi Dağ, and there was approximately 200 caves that used as temples and Christianity church. We observe it in the territory of Keşikçi Dağ Museum. And also, there are different Mingachevir temples, different churches, begins from the 3rd and 6th centuries. We observed the pagan temples adapted to the Christian temples with the paganism actuality elements. The temple has no altar, and also it's reconstructed on the ruins of the idolatrous temples. I've tried to find the photos of this, but but because of the pandemic, we couldn't go the territory of there, and I'm not going to show you a picture. I'm sorry for this events. Then I'm gonna to show you. I have to give information that this elementary information that in the period of the Urnayr, the king of the Caucasian Albania, medieval Albania, the first time of Azerbaijan history, Christianity was adopted officially and declared the state religion, and lands were gifted. Please turn off your microphones. The first Christian temple in the Caucasus was built in Kish village, as you know. It's the first church that built in the history of Azerbaijan. And also different, I have to show you the inside of the church. It's the inside of the Kish church. At the moment, Shaki Historical Museum. I guess maybe I could not directly remember the name of the museum at the moment. It's a museum. Just a moment. And also the great historian of Albania, Musa Kalankatutsi, says about this church that mother of Albanians. This church, Shaki Church, Kish Church, is the mother of Albanian Church. And also, we have to say that church to the Holy Elisha. And the church built is built of the limestone. I have to say that I've given information that different churches of Caucasian Albania had been constructed using limestone in this territory. And also the planning solution of the temple is a typical Albanian whole church, because whole in the architecture, whole was very important for this. I have to I should say that rectangular and circular holes used in the architecture of the Albania, but in the this Kish church hall was rectangular. And also the next was the Jalut Monastery in Oghuz region. There was it's a region of Azerbaijan situated the Western Territory. It was a small vaulting church constructed in 5th century. And also 3 layer construction of church walls in the first history of the Albanian architectural history, with the non-equal stones in this term, size and forms. I can show you this basilica. Different stones had been used, but the forms, the size of the stones is completely different, and it makes very amazing mosaics for this church. And I have to show you the different photos from the Basilica of the Gum that it's situated in the Gum settlement village, Gum village in the Gah region. In this time, I have to say that it's important to make imagination about all of the monuments of Christian monuments of Albania, because some of monuments had been changed to the mosaics, some of destroyed, and we also observe the ruins of these monuments, because make completely imagination, it's impossible for using the methodology, archaeological methodology, or different. Only the main volumes of this 3 8-legged basilica, and the internal volume. The internal volume consists of the rectangular hall, such as I have said, such as the Kish church. The walls of temple are built in blue and dark green cobblestone. I have to emphasize that cobblestone it's the second place using the architectural material. I'm sorry, I'm very confused. I guess it's interesting for you. And also, I have to say, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Thank you for supporting. Amaras complex. The construction of the Amaras complex began in 4th century, but it was completely plans. A basilica was restored in 9th century. You are seeing the photo of Amaras church. And also there are different reliefs and epigraphic of masonry of walls. I have to say one story that my advisor said me. He said me that approximately the end of 18th, he was there when the Soviet Union was not destroyed. He saw that the Armenians decided to reconstruct this Amaras church. And he said that we saw different camels was dropped on the wall of the Amaras church. And Armenians deleted all of the picture and wrote the Armenian letters. when I had heard this story, I was shocked. In the approximately 1988 years, Armenians decided to change the Church of Caucasian Albania, and also they have changed the priests. And also Idikilse complex, Yedikilse or Idikilse complex. It's situated near for the Lakit village, Gagh region, and also three construction of periods. First period, it's the 5th and 6th centuries. The second period, it's the after the exception the Islam. Maybe they decided to change the construction of the church. It covers 7th and 8th centuries, 7th and 8th centuries, and also 9th and 12th centuries. And also, I have to give the information, the elements of the Idikilse church, the dome of church recovered in the second construction in 7th and 8th centuries. It's a photos from the Idikilse church. And also Kilse Dagh Temple, situated in the Gabala. It have a round configuration, different from other temples of Albania. I have said about this that they use rectangular form of the in architecture of Albania, but in Kilse Dagh Temple had a difference from other temples of Albania. It was a round configuration. It's situated in the Büyük Emili village in Gabala. And also it has a multi-tiered composition and dome completion. You are seeing the remains of this church, this temple. And also it's popular in Azerbaijan, maybe in the world, Lakit Temple, situated in Gagh. Lakit, it's very important in our Christianity because it built in the period of the early Mihranids, and also temples situated on the Lakit village, Gagh, and Lakit Temple had a round plan of external wall. It's also the round temples of Caucasian Albania. And also Mehranisa Temple. Mehranisa Temple is situated in Khojavand, that occupied by the Armenians. It's a very interesting and original monument that doesn't have analog in the architecture and Transcaucasia because it has 4 small apses and a horse show types form. I tried to find this, the photos, but you know, we couldn't go to the Khojavand. Why it was very interesting for me to find this, because Turks every time ride horses. And when we're talking about the horse, we remind the Turks. And it should be Turks built this church, and they decided to use Turkic elements, horseshoe type form for the small apexes with the horse type form. And also, I have to show you this was of church Khotavang in 4th century Kalbajar, and Gansazar in 13th century Karabakh Agdara region. Last, I would like to give information about the Keshikchi Dagh. Keshikchi Dagh, very interesting. You know, I guess it's a clear view of this this temple, because the first Albanian Christians use this temple. You know, in the period of the Yezdagirt, in the period of the Bachet II Albanian king, Yezdagirt, the Sassanid king, was forced that Albanian changed their religion from Christianity to Zoroastrianism. I guess they used these temples when they pursued the Christian population of Albania by Vachet II. But after the death of the Vachet II, Christian widely spread in the territory of Albania, and the Albanian Ecumenical Council was held, and different tax and religion laws accepted in the Albanian Ecumenical Council. And also I have to talking about the Keshikçılar. I was there. I had a research in the territory of Keshikçılar. If the next, or maybe next webinars, if it will be very interesting for you, I make a presentation separately about the Keshikçılar, because the world now have to know about this church. Very interesting. It's very interesting for early Christianity. It's very interesting for Turkish history, early Turkish history of Azerbaijan. I guess we can find the different historical materials about this. And also the castle, I have to say that it's a mountain, both of sides, caves, different caves. In the top of mountain, which is the border of the Georgia and Azerbaijan, there are castle in the center, the complex, and it's constructed in the construction had been used limestone, and which is widely used in Albanian architecture that I have said about this, and provided by the local raw materials. I've used references about this. I guess it's not interesting for you. Many thanks for your attention. I hope it will be interesting for you. And I have to. Many thanks for inviting me to this seminar. And it was very interesting for me participation in the seminar. Especially, I would say thanks to the Azerbaijan Women's organized this webinar. Thank you.